Hello everyone, my name is Chief Lid Richard Rees and I'm the esports caster for the British Army and the AGC esports teams. And on Saturday, the 9th of July, I had the privilege of going down to London United and hosting and casting for Blesma up against Royal British Legion and Walking with the Wounded. This video is just an interview with the guys from the day. Hope you enjoy. There we go. We are back in, ladies and gents. Alpha sucks. He is around in the background. He's just letting me know that everything is now working. Hopefully you can hear me right now. So, Mr. Bloomfield, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Like I said, we're just going to have a quick chat about Blesma as such. So, I just want to ask you. I just want to ask you the history of Blesma. So, how did it start and how did it go about?
Came out of the First World War. Obviously, there were many returning servicemen who had lost limbs as a result of the war, and they started to form themselves into associations called Limbless Ex-Servicemen's Associations. And there were so many people, there ended up about over 200 branches. And because there were so many, in 1932 they created a coordinating body called the British Limbless Ex-Servicemen's Association, and that's where the name Blesma comes from. It's an acronym. And then, of course, we move into the Second World War, where there are a lot more other servicemen also losing limbs and joining. And so Blesma's been there, going back from that First World War through the Second World War and through latter conflicts, to support service personnel who have lost limbs or have lost the use of limbs. So we currently have about 2,700 members. We're an association. So the membership are those who meet the type of medical criteria and also the military criteria of having an active service record. And we also support about 800 widows as well, because we recognise that when there's limb loss or loss of use of limb, it impacts on the whole family. Yeah. And so we support them and have been there for. This year is our 90th anniversary.
Oh, wow. Oh, fantastic.
So 90 years of supporting. We estimate we've supported about 65,000 service personnel in our history. We continue to support people. People might be surprised at this, going all the way back to D-Day. Wow. So people who lost limbs around D-Day, and I'm thinking particularly one of our members who's a double leg amputee from 7 weeks after D-Day, we're still supporting him. So we have members going all the way back to the Second World War and then up to more recent conflicts, Iraq and Afghanistan, not forgetting the Falklands, which is this year's the 40th anniversary, and Northern Ireland. And of course we support people not just because if they've had an injury whilst in service, but maybe things like training accidents, road traffic accidents or illness.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely fantastic work that's been done by Blesma. It's absolutely amazing. And I think a lot of people just learned a lot of history back there where relating, as you said, it goes all the way back to World War One, which is absolutely fantastic. It's coming up to the 90th anniversary now, which is absolutely amazing. So, leading on from that then, so what does Blesma do for the community, for the Blesma community, as you could say then?
Well, as you can see through the gaming tonight, one of the first things that we do is we provide comradeship and a way for members to be with each other, to take part in activities, to tackle what can be social isolation. Obviously, veterans may, once they leave service, there can be issues of social isolation. But obviously, if you then got disability there as well, which was, as you can imagine, was exacerbated during COVID when people were having to shield and not be able to get out of their home for significant periods of time, it's very important that we provide support for those people so they don't feel isolated, but also some really practical things such as home adaptations and mobility aids. Okay. And we also support people to go and really do some amazing things such as Paralympics pathways. So if you look at the UK and look at the Paralympics, you'll always go and see Blesma members there taking part in things from bobsleigh to shooting to snowboarding, and we support them in their training and the costs of actually participating. And then we do things very practical, things like gardening grants, for example, for older members. So we're there to help people on really basic practical things, but that can be incredibly expensive for people by the nature of their injury. Things like a wet room. To get in and out of a bath may seem, a normal thing for most of us.
Yeah.
But if you're an amputee, a double leg amputee, or you're paralysed, getting in and out of a bath is really nigh on impossible. So we fund things like wet rooms. We make the house more adaptable.
Yeah.
And then we make sure people can get out and about on local activities, but also national and international activities. And gaming has become one of those activities that we've been able to bring on over the last few years. And it's great to go and see members, fully embracing that, getting together. It's not just about the gaming. It's when you talk to them, it's also about that comradeship, that tackling social isolation, having something to do and something fun to do.
No, I totally agree, because I've spent the afternoon with some of the guys who are competing tonight, and it's been an experience for me, being with these guys who obviously serving members well in the past, and obviously doing what they do now is absolutely fantastic. And having a chat with them of what they've gone through from the accident, you could say, to up until today, really, it's been an absolute experience for me, and I've really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
Yeah, and we've been on a journey, so now we have an esports team. They've got a name, the Blesma Legends. We've got kitted them out with tops, with all the proper professional tops. So that's really come along amazingly well over the last couple of years, and it's great. And there's members who maybe weren't engaging with the association before, because not everyone wants to go and do Paralympics. Some people, obviously, or not everyone wants to do gardening or go to Costa. And so there's members who might want to do that, but there's also those who just want to play a game, and being a gamer, fully understand the attraction of just sitting down in front of your screen and having a good time.
Well, talking of gaming, as we say, obviously this is one of the reasons why we're here tonight. And so that was going to lead on to my next question: is how important is gaming in the community with Blesma? How, what effect has it had on the guys as well playing, and girls, if that's
Well, I think when you interview them, when you ask them, they were going to say it's really important, because they can go and play, as the great thing about gaming, 24/7, anytime you want, and you can go and play with other people. You can break that isolation. You can have a good fun time. You can have a sense of achievement. And it's really been interesting to go and see how the Army as well have got their own esports offering now. So I think our development of getting an esports team and really facilitating members to take part in gaming, it's reflecting what's going on not just in society, but within the military itself. And so we had members going up to the Insomnia Festival early this year, and they had the chance to go and meet with the Army esports team. So I think that as well, it's really good. We're seeing tonight where members are meeting each other, but then also having a friendly tournament, or maybe not quite so friendly tournament, with other veterans in other organisations, and just being able to form new friendships, bonds, and dare I say, some rivalries as well.
No, I'll definitely see some of that tonight as well. We had it.
I'm sure you will. Yes.
We had it with the RBL hosted not so long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and now it is, as we can see now, it is Blesma's turn, and I can guarantee we're going to get some bant, as we like to call it, isn't it? That's what.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Sir, just a couple of personal questions that I could say. Are you, obviously, you're fully supporting this? Are you an avid gamer yourself?
I am. I really got involved back in the... Well, I had an Atari when I was a kid, but I'd say really when I had a PlayStation 2 that I picked up when it launched and started playing great games like SSX, for those who remember. I've just had a little bit of a retro moment at the moment. I've just dug out my GameCube and just started buying some old games I traded in on eBay and just starting to relive in them. But in terms of a more modern game, I really got obsessed with the Division and Division 2. and also at the moment playing one of the Far Cry games. I do like the Ubisoft shooter, but I did really get involved in the Division, and looking forward to hopefully the Division 3 in due course.
Oh, well, clearly you are an avid gamer then. Obviously, going back to when you mentioned the Atari, the first thing I popped in was I remember my Atari as well, and then I moved on. Commodore 64.
I've just picked up F-Zero GX, which is a classic on the GameCube. One of these futuristic races, and just reliving, I wouldn't quite say childhood, but reliving games from 20 years ago. They're cool. They're good fun. A lot more simple in a way, but that's quite nice as well. And then, there's so many things to play. Just seeing the Divisions now come out on mobile, for example. So having sunk hundreds of hours into it on an Xbox, now I can do that on a mobile as well. So yeah, it's cool.
So have you actually, so obviously tonight is based on Call of Duty Vanguard, have you dabbled in that at all, or Warzone maybe?
No, to be honest, no, I haven't. I've type of dropped out of Call of Duty. I very much liked it when it was the Modern Warfare, but the new ones, not quite so much. No, I have to say I'm possibly like quite a few people have got, has the franchise got stale? That's the annual question everyone has in the gaming community. Is Call of Duty? I think it's great if you're a squad, like we've got for squad-based games and that competitive side. I think there's other games and better games out there. I have to say, and Vanguard hasn't had a great rep, has it?
No, it hasn't. No, and I agree. But so when you said, I'll pick up on the point you said about Modern Warfare. The Modern Warfare come out. So would you say that you're looking forward to Modern Warfare 2 coming out in October?
I think I'd be interested to go and see what they do with it, because beforehand it was I played like the World at War. And Call of Duty 2. And it was easy to go and play a game, just jump in. And then, of course, things got held behind paywalls and transactions. And let's go and see whether or not Modern Warfare 2, the online component, is how it used to be. If it is, I'll certainly be picking up and reliving those memories. If it gets all complicated behind God knows what, I'll probably give it a pass again until they actually just make it simple again.
So could we possibly see you next year for next Charities Cup, if that is the case then?
Well, I'm not a veteran myself, and I don't meet the membership criteria, so it's not for me to take part in it. Even though I'd really love to, it is for the members. I'm here for the members and to support them, and I wish them all the great success with putting off some amazing headshots tonight.
No, it should be an absolute cracker tonight. So it is going to be Blesma versus the RBL, and also Walking with the Wounded. So that is tonight's game. So it's going to be a cracker, isn't it? Are you looking forward to them then?
I'm sure it will be.
No, fantastic. Mr. Bloomfield, there's nothing else more I can ask you, but I just want to say thank you very much for joining us tonight. Unless you've got anything to say to the guys or the chat, if you want to...
Just have a great fun time is main thing. That's really what gaming's about. There's the competition, but it's really just having a really good time.
No, thank you very much, sir, and thank you very much again for joining us tonight and giving a quick chat with us before we go into the games, which will be hopefully kicking off at 7:30.
No worries, you will have a good time.
No, thank you very much, sir. Have a good one, alright?
Bye.
Thank you, take care now.
Cheers, mate.
You just want to slide yourself over, my friend. There we go, ladies and gents. So this is Gray, ladies and gents. So he wasn't playing, it was H who was playing on his account because H couldn't link his, blah, blah, blah. But we got there in the end. Gray, you're obviously watching in the background of those games, mate. I bet we heard the boys ecstatic over that, mate.
Absolutely loving it. I don't know how they pulled out of the bag. Because like I say, the RBL were the favourites, the RBL were the boys. But yeah, Blesma, I think what took it was them playing as a team. Really.
Oh yeah,
I think the RBL have got some good players, but they're very much, and we had to have a last minute sub. Well, I say we, I'm the RBL support manager.
Yeah.
So we had to take a last minute sub today. Blesma have played as a team, and I think that showed in the result.
It
what it is, but they absolutely loved it. Fair play to them, they lost pretty badly in the hard point and then pulled it back.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely fantastic. Like I said, that Search and Destroy game was absolutely brilliant, but then that Control game. Well, I was saying to, explaining to Charlie about how the game works and how it rolls in Control. And then at one point, it was on the second one where they were on the attack and it was lives for that third segment, and it went down to lives in the end, and I thought, oh, this could be critical, but then that last offence just held them off all the time, didn't they?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, like, control, you play it one or two ways, don't you? You play for lives or you play for the point.
Yeah.
And, you know, Blesma, I think Blesma showed there that they can do both.
Yeah, no, fantastic, mate. So again, I know, I bet you were itching to get into the games yourself, mate.
Yeah.
But I can see Welsh Raspberry's in here. Hello, buddy. How are you? And he's just saying, great. He's calling you a traitor.
They don't believe that it was Alex playing. They thought it was me.
Well, you saw, yeah, Charlie coming around with the camera.
Me,
He was obviously speaking to all the boys when we were just waiting for the lobbies to get sorted. But you know, you can see that H was playing in the end, ladies and gents. It definitely was not great. I can tell you what now. He's been bouncing in here, helping us out, communicating with us, letting us know what is going on. So obviously now, mate, going in, this is obviously, you know, psychologically as well, because obviously RBL won the last when RBL hosted. They won 2-1, didn't they? So do you think there's a bit of psychology in the back of it for both teams, if you could say, thinking, or RBL thinking, oh, we won the first game, we can do it again, and then for Blesma thinking, we really need to push out something for this one?
Yeah, I think it was more on the Blesma side. I think they felt a bit hard done by last time. They thought they could have won it because it went down, it was 2-1.
Yeah.
Before, so, and it could have gone either way. The games were pretty close. And
someone disconnected. We won't go
for some reason, the RBL, now that me and Welsh aren't in it,
Oh.
absolutely terrible at S&D. So whoever we play knows that they're going to win the S&D, and then they just got to take one of the respawns.
Yeah.
And I think with us for the control, it's 50-50. We're going to take it, and obviously there we didn't get it. But with whatever team we play, if they take the S&D off us, which looks like they're going to, they've got that momentum going into the last game, and that seems to be key.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. I totally agree. Yeah,
the first week where we lost the S&D against Blesma, but we somehow managed to turn it away. But the other two games against Walking with the Wounded and Blesma this week, it is. Yeah. But let's talk about Blesma and Charities Cup.
Yeah, it's good.
Enough about that game.
We're going to go past that now. I was going to lead into, obviously, with Walking with the Wounded now, we're going to be coming in with hopefully everyone's is now just sort of trying to get all of them in. So, but from your perspective, obviously being the RBL manager and being here with Blesma now, how do you think this next couple of games will go now with Walking with the Wounded and Blesma?
I mean, Walking with the Wounded were pretty confident coming into today. We're not, because of how it went last week. Obviously, Walking with the Wounded beat the RBL, and then the RBL beat Blesma. Simple man's thinking is Walking with the Wounded will beat Blesma. But now, Walking with the Wounded have seen what's just happened.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Could be interesting. Yeah, could be very interesting.
We'll find out. It's going to be an interesting game, isn't it?
No, it's fantastic.
Loosened up, shall we say?
These boys have been drinking a bit. If we can say that was drinking.
Well, we're pretty much at the watershed, so that's fine. That's not a problem. But like I said, I've had Charlie, screaming there, getting very excited.
Was he getting proper
he's excited. Ladies and gents, obviously you can't see on camera. We've got Jack Top just there. He is there. You can probably hear him anyway. But Halford Sucks has been absolutely fantastic, and he's helping me out with this as well. And he, like I said, he's been very excited at the time. Just put it that way, it's been absolutely amazing. So going forward, then obviously after this week now, we've got the Walking with the Wounded hosting on the 23rd, mate. And then after that, then we have got the final, pretty much, isn't it, against the American charity? Then.
Yeah. So for anyone that doesn't know what's going on, concurrently, well not concurrently, but every other weekend we have. So we have the UK, then we have a USA weekend, then we have a UK weekend. The final of the end of it, which has been pushed back to the end of August.
End of August,
28th, but don't quote me on that. It's going to be our final day, and we're going to have the top team from the UK side and the top team USA side, along with another load of games, including Warzone games, and sort of like, it's almost like an all-star game of the UK versus the USA. So it's sort of the best team, the best players from the teams that didn't get into the final.
Yeah. So
that would be a good watch. So if you're about then, join us for that.
As soon as we know the dates for as soon as we confirm the dates we'll check it out everywhere. So we'll keep an eye on all the social media. We'll get those dates pushed out and when the final will be. And it's going to be an absolute cracker. Mate, yeah, I can see. Obviously, you're as warm as we are. It's absolutely red as in yours, isn't it, at the moment. All the machines, we are all absolutely sweaty.
It's warmer in here than it is next door.
Is it? Oh god, I must have ventured forth into next door now and move everything in there. Right, mate, cool. Happy days. Thank you very much for talking to us. We're now going to have a quick break, ladies and gents. So a quick 5 minutes now, where we get everything else ready and we get Walking with the Wounded in the lobby, where we can get our next 3 games underway. So stick around. Don't go too far. We shall be back in a minute. See you in a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gents. We are back now, ready for a game with Blesma and Walking with the Wounded. But first of all, I am joined by Jack Top.
Hey guys.
He's here. Hello, dude, buddy, right?
Yeah, good thing.
Mate, absolutely fantastic games that we've just seen from you guys there, beating the RBL 2-1 in the end. So, a bit of a reverse to what it was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it, with the RBL 1-2-1?
It totally was, mate. And it was a sweet victory.
Yeah.
It was a revenge for us from the last year's Charities Cup.
Yeah.
So.
No,
We were screaming there, honestly.
I know, we heard it, don't we worry about that.
We were giving it the tickets, it was pure revenge.
Yeah, we heard it, mate. But no, fantastic, mate. And but we're not getting here to talk about the games we just played now, because we've had Gray come in. So, but Dave, he's just put in a nice response to there, mate. He's just put, well, we're past the watershed now, so we could say, but I'm not going to. But yeah, cheers, Dave. Nice one, mate. But mate, I want to ask you more about Blesma then, and the charity that you work for, pretty much, and that you represent them as such.
Sure.
And I, first of all, just probably more of a personal question. What's it been like for you then, doing this work with Blesma and all
Sure.
that?
So I joined the army at the age of 16. I did 2 tours to Afghanistan, and I got injured on the 2nd tour of Afghanistan. Part of a ranging search team, so my job was to hunt, search, and find bombs, basically.
Yeah.
Simple
Okay.
things.
Yeah.
I had a bad day at the office.
Yeah.
I went bang, and I lost both my legs above the knee. From day one, Blesma has been there. Blesma is the British Limbless Veterans Association. It helps and supports anti-veterans, girls and guys who've lost limbs, girls and guys who are paralysed, who cannot use limbs, and also blind veterans. So we've got H, who's got one eye.
Yeah.
He's got one eye, you can't see after that, it's fine. He'll love me. So as I say, like, I was in a coma for a month, I woke up, and then bam, Blesma there straight away. Help me swap, like, Jack, what do you need? So Blesma has been there. It's an absolutely incredible charity. You know, don't get me wrong, there's so many out there. Hence why we're playing the British Legion, we're playing Walking. Yeah. There's so many incredible charities. But for me, Blesma has been there since day one. It's helped me throughout, and you know, I've done so much for Blesma. I've skied in Colorado.
Oh wow. Okay.
I've done the London Marathon for Blesma.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I do all sorts. I've done the London Marathon, and I'm off to New York in the year. I've done the New York Marathon. I do all sorts.
Fantastic.
For me personally, I do public speaking, so I go into schools, colleges, universities, and I tell a story. And that's part of a Blesma program called Making Generation Art, Making Generation Resilience. We go in, I did one last week in London, talked to Navy, I've done secondary schools, colleges, universities, all sorts. And I say Blesma is incredible. We're kind of new-ish to the esports scene.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get more and more veterans involved with the esports scene, and hopefully, I say, appreciate you doing this tonight, appreciate Charlie.
No, it's fine, no problem.
And hopefully we can get more and more involved, more veterans, more members involved, and spread the word.
No, it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, Charlie was saying how much of an honour it is to come down and be with you guys, you know, spend the afternoon with you guys, and then to come and do this as well. It's been absolutely fantastic. We've absolutely loved it. And we were talking to Mr. Tony Broomfield earlier, before the stream, and he mentioned about the gaming aspect of it as well. But the gaming side of it, and what does that make? How does that make you feel when you're gaming with the guys, whether it be against in the Charities Cup or whether it be online in multiplayer, etc.? Because I know you said you're an avid Warzone player as well.
Sure.
Hopefully not as toxic as some people, but but for you though, how does that help you then get through some of the things in life then that you probably face when you think, another bad day at the office, you could say?
As I say, so for me, it's a whole community aspect. Like I joined the under 16. I'm a squad through and through.
Yeah.
I don't miss the banter. So for me, for Blesma, jumping the whole bandwagon of let's get together, let's have a game, a few beers, let's have a laugh. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. I've totally missed that. Like I got kicked out, I got medically discharged. We didn't go there the whole kick off on Twitter.
Right,
That's
another kettle of fish.
That's another kettle of fish. But for me, it's getting together the guys, like Lionel. The whole point of this competition, honestly, like let's just brought this competition together. It is totally a bit of a laugh. Honestly, we're not pros. We're not going to join the CDL. We're not Scrouse and Buskin. We're not Scum. Anything like that. A couple of
drunk vets having a bit of a laugh,
Yeah.
coming together a weekend having a bit of a laugh. That's all it is, and you know, I totally miss that. And we can totally take the nick out of each other and have a laugh.
Yeah.
That is totally what the whole thing with Blesma joining esports is. You know, take it from there, we'll see what happens. But for us, you know, we're here, we're enjoying ourselves. And
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's what it's all about. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree, mate. No.
Yeah.
And I remember, because obviously I was chatting to Charlie and a few other guys earlier that obviously you came down here back in February, March, I think it was, where you were here at London United, you know, chatting with Charlie, who was chatting to you all about, you know, Blesma again and about all the stuff in gaming and all that good stuff. But, you know, so coming back here for like, how does it feel coming to an arena?
You've got really nice legs, bro.
Oh, cheers, thank you. Thank you very much for
Very
that.
nice legs, guys.
I wonder
Really
why
nice
he's
legs.
all about
Jealous, mate, it's
but I
alright.
come.
Look at those legs. Oh, they're really nice legs.
I do all right, mate. I don't skip leg day, ladies and gentlemen. But you know, coming back here then with at London United, you know, it's an absolutely fantastic venue. But for Blesma, you know, and it's another what can I say? Another link to another organisation there where you can help out each other, isn't it?
Exactly. First off, like, I wish I could run a marathon, but we're going to go there, that's fine. But, like, no, fair play. But honestly, no, it's huge London United having us back. Like, we really appreciate it tonight. You know, we've literally got free reign of the
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah,
league.
massively, yeah.
You know, they've left us a couple of crates of beers and, you know, obviously PC to set up and all that kind of thing. But no, it's a huge honour to be here. We thank you both for being here. And,
No, the pleasure's all ours, mate, yeah.
honestly, it's a great night. We really appreciate it. Thank you to all in chat for for joining us.
It's been carnage and chat.
Yeah. It's Davey, tell me if I'm off. But we'll go there. We go. Love you, Davey, and all that. You know, so all good. But no, absolutely brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you.
No, fantastic. Like I said, we snapped. I nearly bit Bez's hand off when he asked about coming down. I was like, yes, mate, I'll be on that in a shot. Like, especially when you're hearing about. I'm going to say your name, Halford Six coming down as well. We all know who he is, and we all know what he's capable of. You know, like I said, the charity work he has done, you know, for Combat Stress for Blesma.
Exactly.
You know, and the latest one was his marathon run playing Warzone. It's like that is absolutely phenomenal play. But no, it's absolute pleasure to come down, mate, and help you guys out. Thank you very much. Right, good luck to you, mate, with walking with the wounded, mate, and let's get another win under the belt.
I don't know about that.
And here he comes now. Here he comes. Come and take a seat next to me, my friend.
Aye.
So come and shivvy over. So hey, everybody, this is Harry, who's been playing as Grey, but yeah, you just you see it there. It's up there, mate. Yeah, that's the one, mate. So this is Harry, who's been playing as Grey because we couldn't link the account in the end, could we, mate? It was a pain in the arse.
Because I'm a console player.
Yeah, we just had to try
keep it real.
bloody Blizzard doing his good thing of trying to link everything in. Mate, cracking games tonight, buddy. It didn't go our way for the games against Walking with the Wounded, but you can take a lot of positives from that, can't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, like we were just saying in there when we finished, like you can tell the Walking with the Wounded lot like play religiously together, knowing where, who, what to do, what angles to cover, and all that stuff. Where you know, like us Blesma lot, you know, Jack struggles to get onto training nights because you know he's got commitments, he's got around here, there, and everywhere like he usually does. You know, I run my own business, so I'm busy. You know, I try and make as many as I can, but it just shows when you're not practicing as a team and playing together as a team. It really does show in events like that.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fantastic, man. And I think you guys come together, like I guess, as playing. Was absolutely amazing, you know, and like I said, even some of the games, it generally looks like you've all been playing for ages. You know what I mean? As a new training as well, you know, it doesn't show that you're not, if you know what I mean. You know, you're still competing against teams who do train all the time.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, we try our very best to get on as often as we can. You know, like Bezza's part of the team, but you know, he's
a busy way again.
He's in France.
Apparently so, yeah. Apparently.
But, so you know, it's like he's part of the team, but because of his commitments, he can't make it, and so on and so on. So and with Blesma, because we've got such a narrow, I'm trying to think of the words, but narrow scope on players. You know, like last year for the Charities Cup, there was literally the four of us.
That's right.
We didn't have a backup. There was the four of us, and that was it. And if one of us couldn't make it, which fortunately all of us did, but if it was the case that like last year I took my Xbox monitor and everything else up to Scotland because I was working on the weekend. In fact, I think it was the Blesma hosting weekend. I was not live stream, I was playing from the back of my van in Scotland.
From
a race circuit up in Scotland. So you know, I had to make sure because we didn't have a backup.
You didn't have a backup,
So I had to, you know, we have to do what we have to do. And you know, with Andy, you know, me and Legs have been jumping on as much as we can this week and the week before to, you know, try and help and develop Andy as best as we can and give him, you know, like the ankle roll, you know, that works. Because
it worked, he was fantastic tonight, wasn't he?
Yeah, it worked an absolute star. So, you know, it really shows that when we practice and we'll work out what works for the individual, you know, it really does help the team on a wider scale. So it's brilliant.
No, actually, we picked up Andy a few times. He had some great kills tonight. Like I said, he was just being in those positions to get those kills, wasn't he? You know, he was. Well, like you say, he was the anchor, but he was picking off the people coming towards him, you know, trying to flip those spawns pretty much, wasn't he? And he was there.
That's what one of the things we've been working on this last couple of weeks is, you know, so, you know, as well as helping Andy develop in his skills and drills on playing Call of Duty, like I've been learning as well, because I'm not a massive gamer. I don't have an awful lot of time to put into it. I was talking to Gray earlier, you know, he was saying that there's, you know, professionals play day in, day out for a minimum of like 8 hours a day. You know, I just cannot commit to that.
No.
You know,
I can't either, mate.
I mean, I'd love to be in a position where I could, but I just can't. And you know, and that if that was just the case, that I could commit to that amount of time on it. You know, I could, you know, really develop my skills and processing of the information as well. Because like another conversation me and Gray was having is, you know, with me having a, you know, missing the eye and the brain injury, like, it's not so much the retention of the information gathering through the loss of the eye, it's the processing chip in my brain. It just doesn't do it quick enough. So then, you know, I'm constantly firefighting, especially in games like Hardpoint, you know, where it's full on
fast. You
know, so like that sort of information. Now, I tend to go very quiet a lot of the time on the communication.
You're just trying to process everything.
I'm trying to process the amount of information. So it's really helped me helping Andy. So, you know, in the sense that, you know, because I know where he is or where he's going to be, you know, I don't have to think about that. You know, I know I can concentrate on what I'm doing, and I know Andy's, you know, doing what he needs to do. So, you know, getting together, working as a team, and working together as a team, and developing the skills of the individuals helps us as a wider team. And you know, like the Walking with Wounded crew, you can really see that they've been doing that.
They've worked hard, haven't they? They've been lucky to get that time to work on it, and it shows, doesn't it? Sometimes, you know, you see some of the gameplay, you think, that's really
massive, man.
No.
And also, like on a side note, like it's for me personally. Like I don't know, have I shown you my little gaming hub at home? It's under the stairs.
I haven't, no.
I'll show you later. But I've got a little gaming hub under my stairs because the missus and kids and stuff, it gets very noisy at my house. But it's like my little space. My daughters don't go in there unless I give them access to it. Missus don't go in there because she doesn't game.
No.
But like to come out of that and then sit in a room with three of the other players, you know, I know Andy couldn't make it today, and that's no dramas, you know, everyone's got
everyone's got commitments in it,
we understand that. But just to sit in the same room as the rest of the team is phenomenal.
It's brilliant. It does make a difference, doesn't it?
It's a massive difference. I mean, I think that showed on that first couple of games with the RBL lot, you know, because we are sat in the room together. We can, you know, before we even get into the game, we can talk tactics, how we're going to go about it, where's the best place for such and such to be, where, you know, and so on and so on. And then, you know, at the end of each game, you know, at the end of the hardpoint, when we lost that hardpoint game at the beginning, you know, we pulled back, we turned round, and we were literally talking to each other, said, right, no, come on, we've got this, lads, you know, get your head back in the game, we can do this, don't worry about it, lads, you know, we've got it. And it worked because we.
Clearly, no, definitely, no, I totally agree. And then one more question from me, mate. With Blesma, then obviously for yourself, I take it they've done so much for you, especially bringing you into the esports life and all that. But what has that done for you as a community then, when it comes to getting involved in that kind of stuff then?
I mean, if it wasn't for Blesma as a charity, and you know, I've got to give Blesma a shout out because he's the one that made this happen.
100%,
you know, if it wasn't for them the individuals and charities like Blesma to give us the opportunity, you know, we wouldn't be sat here today, you know, having a beer with each other, having a bit of banter, you know, talking tactics and just everything that's involved with it. You know, if it wasn't for the charities, all three of them, and I know the states have got their charities going on over there. So if it wasn't for them charities doing what they do, and the individuals really pushing, you know, individuals like that are really pushing it, you know, we wouldn't have these opportunities to do it. You know, and I'd still be sat under my stairs
just doing this one with delayed headsets on the top.
Just sticking the headsets off, gobbling off of random people. You know, so it's and it just brings that community together. You know, and like we play a lot of us throughout 3 charities on the British side. A lot of us play together a lot in between seasons. So you know, so it's great to have like that competitive edge, but also that community where we can all just come together, play together, have a bit of banter, take the piss out of each other, and it's brilliant. Totally agree. We're all in the same mindset, we all come from the same cloth, so it makes sense to do it. And it's a brilliant opportunity that, you know, people like Blesma, Walking with the Wounded lot, and the RBL. You know, and I've got a big up as well, London United.
Massively,
They probably
huge,
big up quite a lot.
We've mentioned them a few times,
but, you know, like I think they just offered it. You know, they just left us here to crack on and do what we need to do, and it's been brilliant.
No, it's been fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic place as well.
Proper chilled atmosphere. You know, got no one. I mean, I was nervous as hell because I was playing on Gray's account, and I had Gray watching me. And I was like, "Oh no!" Like, I was sweating because I was like, "Don't bring his KD down." You know what I mean? So, you know, I had my own dramas going on, but you know, it's opportunities like this just don't come around very often.
No, they don't. No, not at all. No. And Venom's coming in with a bit. Thank you very much, buddy. I was just about to say about what Carrie just said. She said you're all fabulous no matter what. I love the team spirit and why you all do it. There's no I in team. And I think she's hit the nail on the head really. Carrie Ann, thank you very much, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Mate, and I've been told, mate, you're quite a TikTok star. I'm gonna get that in there. He is, ladies and gents. He is a TikTok star. So, mate, tell us what your handle is so everyone can have a look you up and see what you're doing.
So, my main account is Inspirational Guardsman. Inspirational G-Man on TikTok. Or you just put my name in, Alex Harrison. You'll find me on there. On TikTok, but I've also just started like my own gaming TikTok.
Okay, well,
So that's just One-Eyed Harry. Same as my name.
So there's the back there.
So I'm gonna over time. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff going on in there.
In your spare time,
at my house as well. So I've got a lot of drama going on in my house. But once everything settles down and stuff, I'm gonna really start pushing it and, you know, commit a lot more time to gaming. You know, it is my release from society. You know, I've got PTSD. I've been diagnosed with severe complicated PTSD about 7 years ago. You know, I've got my own injuries going on. You know, loss of the eye, constantly walking into stuff. You know, depth perception. The whole shebang. So for me, gaming, you know, it really does just close it down. Don't put your headphones on. Close the door, my little hub, and forget about the world.
There you go,
Just get on, look at the screen, chat, have a bit of banter with the lads or ladies or whoever I'm playing with, and it's brilliant. It's just that, you know, just that icing on the cake that after a stressful day, it is well deserved.
No, I totally agree with it.
I think that's the same for a lot of people.
I was going to say, it's probably the whole communities, you know, all of the communities out there.
That's not just like military veterans or anything.
Anyone.
That's just gaming as a whole. You know, I've got. I used to work with a lad who does a lot of online gaming, and he's never served in his life. He's a young lad, and he said exactly the same. That, you know, it's just zone the rest of shut the world off and just
you and uni gaming, isn't it? Baz has just put in, he says, love you, Harry, and then Kerry, I'm just saying there's so much inspiration as well, mate, so thank you very much, mate, absolute legend. So check him out on TikTok, ladies and gents, if you go and have a look for him. Check out his gaming side of it as well, so look him up, he's an absolute sensation apparently, so I'll definitely be doing that when I get home, mate, tomorrow, I can tell you that now. Mate, that's pretty much it, unless you want to add anything else, mate.
Nothing.
No? Happy? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm happy.
I'm
always happy.
Always happy.
Always happy. Even when I look miserable, I'm always happy. That's fine.
No, perfect, mate. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you as well, man.
No problem, mate. Anytime, mate. Yeah. Loved it,
I
mate.
know for a fact I won't be able to do this. There's too many screens going on.
Well, I blew Charlie's mind earlier with all the stuff that's going on in the background, so he's had an insight into what casting's going on and what's all about now. So yeah, he's been exposed. So,
yeah. It's brilliant.
No, mate, that's fantastic. No, thank you very much,
everybody
mate.
who's been involved. I don't know if any of the teams are in the chat, but thank you for being in it and partaking.
There we go. Yeah, Venomous is around. I think Baz is still there. Hellfire's just jumped in as well, and he just put in amazing as always, Chief Leader. Hellfire, not a problem, my friend. Thank you very much. And like I said, 23rd of July, ladies and gents, we'll be walking with the wounded. We'll be hosting Blesma and RBL. You can check that out on this channel as well on the 23rd of July, so keep an eye out for that one as well. Harry, once again, mate, thank you very much, buddy. Thanks for dropping in and having a chat with us, mate.
All right. Catch you later.
Right, we're gonna. Thank you everyone for watching the interviews that I conducted with Blesma there. It was Mr. Bloomfield, the directing operator, and then with the guys Jack, Gray, and also H. Thank you very much to those. They're absolute legends. Hope you all enjoyed it. Stick around for more videos in the future. Take care now.